Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. It'll be the visiting team facing Seattle. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Now here's DeRozan. And a wide open look for Claxton. Off the left rim and out. Henderson outside. Embiid in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Porter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And when healthy, Porter Jr. is such a massive contributor, especially on the offensive end.
A nice shot by Doncic.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's Henderson. It's hauled in by Claxton. DeRozan with it. Now Henderson defending. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Smart wide open. He fires. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And if Smart finds his rhythm from range, he is dangerous. He can do a lot of damage from deep.
Over in the corner, Claxton. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The drive by Henderson. And then Henderson with the dunk.
On the drive, Henderson relies on his agility to slip past contact.
Here's DeRozan. Banked in off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
The offensive rebound. Pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, that's a terrific dime from DeRozan. And this is why guys enjoy playing with him.
And it's good for 2. Smart's got 5 points so far.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful. Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
On the floor for the away team.
Seattle trails by 4. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. The challenge is slowing down Joel Embiid. Asked Coach what the game plan was. He said with Embiid, you know he's going to get to the line. You know he's going to get his. Our goal is to keep him away from the basket. If we get him settling for jumpers, that's a win for us. We'll see if they can force him to become a shooter in this one. Kevin?
Thank you, David. But drive by Henderson. And the rejection by Claxton. Back to Doncic. Drops in the layup for 2.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Driving in. And then Henderson with the jam.
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hop. And that is first class right there. Can you believe that dunk?
I'm not sure, Greg, I can. To the right side. Back to Vanderbilt. Out to Henderson. Pass to Vanderbilt. The shot, no good. And so Doncic will bring it up for Seattle. Trailing by 4. Embiid with the steal. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. Here's Smart. Off target from outside.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Back to DeRozan. And Embiid with the block.
He's so agile at 7 feet. Embiid covers a lot of territory.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
Well, Scoot's got great upside, but the next step for him, the evident one here, is just shooting higher percentages and scoring with more consistency.
Pass to Claxton. Here's Doncic. And once again off the mark by Seattle.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And that does it for the first quarter. Up 6. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Here's Henderson. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Doncic. He can't get that one. Good D by Embiid. Here's Henderson. Driving inside. They retain possession. And it's Contavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Here's Henderson. 12 points for him. 5 to shoot. Rim rocker, Joel Embiid.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
Now Doncic. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Doncic. Front past the arc. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Henderson with it. Picked up by Claxton. They're whistled for a blocking foul, and he'll head to the line. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Now, here's Doncic. Fires the 3. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Henderson left side.
Okay. Oh, man, Scoot Henderson, an elite leaper.
Seattle trails by 12. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways, I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. Fast break, here they come. And Claxton throws it down.
Such a selfless guy. Caldwell Pope's focus on the floor is on the team's success.
Embiid wide open. And the three off target.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
And he's good on the second.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And here's Henderson. He's got 15. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
Down low. Oh, he misses the dunk. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Henderson outside. And then Henderson with the jam.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
Goodwin feeling it out. And Carter has it in the corner. Right side to Rosen. Clock at 6. Carter outside. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. 1:49 left here in the second. It's hauled in by Goodwin. Seattle trails by 10. Pass to Achua. To the middle. Back to Carter. Now, here's Achua. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
We've got 1:23 left in the first half. Henderson with it. He's got 17. It's hauled in by Achua. And pushing it up, here's Seattle. Here's DeRozan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Embiid. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
1:03 left in the second quarter. Henderson outside. Vanderbilt gets a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Pass to Achua. And Carter has it in the corner. 6 to shoot. To the inside. The dunk by Achua.
These bigs can really put some force on the rim. Achua falls directly in that category.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. He's off on the first.
Shooting for the away team.
He hits the second from the line. Seattle trails by 7. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. "15 seconds left in the first half. Driving the lane. Outside for Smart. Knocks down the 3 ball. Smart's got 8. And it's Seattle with the ball. And that does it for the first half of play. They're up by 10.
Your Seattle
We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after our halftime. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Here's Henderson. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. Seattle trails by 10. To the paint. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Man, you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Now Henderson. Inside. Embiid. Can't answer back with the dunk of his own. And finished off by DeRozan.
And dynamite in his legs. And DeRozan detonates at the rim.
Embiid in the corner. Pass to Henderson. And a wide open look for Porter. And it's off from 3-point range.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. Now here's Henderson. 18 points for him. Driving to the basket. 3-pointer by Embiid.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line. And that one misses. So we can't get either to fall. Here's Henderson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
High motor type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
Both free throws good from Henderson. 3rd quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Seattle trails by 8. Outside DeRozan. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
On defense, the visitors. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. On the wing, DeRozan. He's got 8. Screen by Claxton.
Porter bringing the D now, some block shots, some turnovers he's creating, and he's coming up with stops.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
Second team foul.
And he makes the first.
Shooting for the away team. Scoot Henderson.
Both free throws good from Henderson. And so Doncic will bring it up for Seattle. It's a 10-point game. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. Claxton, no good. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Henderson, no good.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts. Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And after getting off to such a good start offensively in that first half, haven't been quite as efficient here in the second.
Don't sleep on KCP and his quickness. He's skilled at getting out and finishing the break.
Stolen by Henderson. And oh, here we go with Henderson. And then Henderson with the jam.
An agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees, so the experiment was a success.
A huge success, D.A. Thank you. Here's Henderson, and it's Seattle with the rebound.
Team foul.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Seattle trails by 7.
2 minutes remaining.
Doncic outside.
2 minutes.
Pass to Claxton. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Caldwell Pope, guarded by Smart. Here's Doncic. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Henderson. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Henderson's got 26.
And showing the kind of dominant potential that Scoot has. Great to see him continue the attack while hot from outside.
Down low. Porter with the steal. And then Henderson with the jam.
There's the basketball mind of Henderson working. Stayed ahead of the play for the score.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's DeRozan. Here's Claxton with plenty of space. Seattle missing again.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Porter, no luck. Seattle trails by 11. Here's Alexander Walker. Seattle missing again. Henderson outside. Embiid in the corner. Porter in the corner. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Porter, no luck.
Well, he's just really struggling right now. And with everything he's throwing up, nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Pass to Caldwell Pope. The 3-ball. That shot missing. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Leading by 10. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Thanks, David. Here's Henderson. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
And here's Henderson. And there's the drive. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Achua. Seattle trails by 8. Here's Doncic. Fast break. Doncic.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Porter in the corner. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist.
3.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Caldwell Pope outside. Wants to get it to Doncic, and does. Pass to Claxton. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Embiid in the corner. Oh, good on the 3.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Achua. Outside for Caldwell Pope. No good from outside.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And that one's good by Porter.
Porter in a comfortable place there. He likes the passes being on target. And he stays perfect in rhythm with that J.
Pass to Achua. Alexander Walker on the wing. And Embiid pulls it down.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Back to Smart. Lets it go with a 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
And just playing aggressive basketball. Smart taking what's his out there.
Doncic feeling it out. Six on the shot clock. Here's Achua. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Caruso. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Doncic outside. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Embiid with it. No good on that one. Good defense by Claxton. Doncic outside. Pass to Claxton. to the paint.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Alexander Walker. Lays it up and banks it in. Alexander Walker's got it back down to single digits for Seattle. Here's Henderson. Pass to Porter. And then Porter with the jam.
And some creativity from Porter that time, a guy who's not afraid to show off a bit.
Doncic outside. Now Achua, guarded by Porter. Here's Henderson. Takes it inside. And then Henderson with the dunk.
On the drive, Henderson could be so fast.
Doncic outside. Porter with the steal. Here's Smart. Count the basket.
Marcus Smart.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Caldwell Pope right side. Back to Doncic. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. That free throw, no good. He's off on the second. But drive by Henderson. Left side, Porter. Poke loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic.
Away team ball.
Here's Smart. 6 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Seattle ball.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily.